Hey team, this is Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Got a great video from actually one of a viewer who actually gave me a recommendation on this, and I'm telling you, it's a great build. Before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Just like I talked about the video, I love this community. This community is really great. It's positive, forward-thinking, very supportive, everything that we talked about. But let's take a look at the build on the screen. This is what a recommended viewer said. More focused on torpedo builds for speed, reload. As you can see, the rest is more of a just standard destroyer. Let's take a look at the captain build. This one is actually recommended by Jim Akers. Thank you. Shout out to Jim Akers. But here's the build. A full up torpedo with swift and silent to go fast when undetected. And then adrenaline rush is that's a variable. You don't have to use it. I just picked it because that's all that's left. And everything else is survivability build with extra superintendent. So let's see how this works. Again, Jim Akers, thanks again for all the support. And hey, if you guys are watching this and you see something I could do better, or what can we do to improve, or maybe you have a recommended build or recommended captain, whatever that may be, I love it. It's a great way to learn from each other and be open-minded to different styles and tactics. And I got to tell you, this is a really awesome build because I had a blast in this game. This is my first game playing it. And take a look at what you can do in this, I would call it the Super Halland torpedo machine gun build. Firing, so let's look at positioning. I always like showing the video right off the bat, showing how do we position. I elected to go to Alpha Cap to support my Colbert because I know I help the Colbert outspot better than the Colbert can, and I have torpedoes way better than the Colbert. And look, I fired them right down the middle there in the alley because why not? Why not just shoot something in the alley? Because look at the range. Halland torpedoes going 95 knots with this build out to 15 kilometers is devastating, okay? And I'm showing you right there. Look at the maneuverability. 42.5 knots in a Halland. You're talking almost, fast Shimakaze Yamagiri. And what is this? Oh, boom! Splash 1 RP back to 40. Dev strike on a submarine. That's almost like dev striking a Smolensk. That feeling right there made my day right there. I just got to say, I'm not a fan of submarines, so having to do that right there was awesome. We spot the gearing out there with the Colbert. Now, again, let's go back to positioning. Why do I position with the Colbert? Well, with the speed I have on this build with Halland, I can actually keep up with the Colbert. Not like keep up in the sense of I outspeed the Colbert. Colbert will always be fast, going 50-plus knots. But I'm in the 42-knot range, which is Shimakaze kind of style with engine boost and everything. It's pretty cool. And look, I can get out of these torpedoes' way. I fire more torpedoes. Look, my torpedoes are already on cooldown, ready to go in about 1 minute and 8 seconds already. And these torpedoes are going out to 15 kilometers. And you can see the submarine could not escape 95-knot torpedoes. That the reaction time is just very minimal. Okay, now let me talk about the reason why I did this. Jim Akers, again, I have shout out. When he actually stated a lot about the probability. Now, we're not going into the numbers and anything. I don't really care about specifics as of right now. But the general idea is if you increase the speed, the probability of hit increases as well. Why? Because the reaction time of the person noticing those torpedoes is also reduced. Therefore, you have this long laser beam line of threats coming right down the alleyway. Wherever you're shooting these torpedoes, are going to go straight forever until they hit something. Well, odds are you're probably going to get, collect more chances of hitting along that line than you are with slower torpedoes. Now, you say 85 knots. Hey, that's I thought that was fast enough, according to Jim. Hey, 95 knots, it's a little bit better because why? You're covering more distance, a little bit faster, probability goes up, and as you increase probability of hit, there go your score and so for your success. As you can see right there, I had no idea there would be somebody down that channel. I just fired in the blind and kind of spray and pray, just like I'm doing right now. Hey, let me shoot into the smoke, spray and pray. But look at that. And because I can reload these torpedoes so quickly, your DPM is increased dramatically. I'm getting more hits, better success, and I was like, wow, this is pretty incredible what I'm able to do with this. Now, I do sacrifice a lot on gun power, but I've noticed with 2-second reload times on a Halland, that's not bad anyways. I mean, 2 seconds gun reloads, look at the gun reload there, like 2 seconds. That's not bad. I mean, me getting a 0.3 extra gun reload doesn't really help with the Halland that I've noticed now. And again, thanks, Jim, because one, I'm not a gunboat in the sense that look at the range. I've only got 10.5 kilometer range. I'm not going out there to seek a fight with any destroyer. I'm really an AA platform torpedo machine, so let's play the ship like it was designed. So hey, great tips and tactics right there. That is something I think was really cool that I didn't really notice. I maybe overlooked. I did have success with a Halland gunboat build, but again, I don't think this destroyer was designed really to go out there and seek out damage because with only 22,700 HP, you're not able to absorb the brunt force of an initial And especially what I talked about the meta today with CVs, subs, radar cruisers, so many threats to destroyer with such little HP. You know, you really are just not going to be able to do it. Look, I have a threat right here, a Petro. I'm not going to rush in to die because he's got accurate guns and he's got a radar which lasts about 12 plus seconds. So he gets 2 salvos off on me. That's something I don't want to risk. And I got a CV flying around and I got other destroyers looking and hunting for me. You get lit up pretty much. So let's just have fun with this. I'm firing torpedoes in that range. Look how fast those torpedoes go. If he had kept sailing, he would have just hit the brunt force of that. But I believe he probably spotted that ahead of time. And we're really going to just start fires. Again, that's all the guns are really there for. It's really either to get a disengaged, maybe finishing move on a almost dead destroyer, or just start a fire on Petro. Look at it, he fired. Look at this, how accurate these guns are. Boom, boom. Ooh, I take a brunt hit. I lose 4,000 HP right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's something that's not really a desirable thing to do in a destroyer with only 22,000. So let's run away. Oh, I start a fire right there. And I also have a heal, which is also a cool thing with the Halland. Why not take extra heals? Because I'm going to sit, kind of linger around. Look at that. I'm taking massive hits, getting radar, getting shot at. Everybody's aiming for me. Look, torpedoes are coming at me. Again, the meta today does not support, you know, a destroyer pushing in on its lonesome self, especially when the rest of your team dies. So all we've got over here left is almost dead. What is that? Another Petro is almost dead right there, and I think he goes down. There it is. Now, look, we're the only one over here with a submarine. Again, this is not the best ideal scenario. Now, we've lost all of our teammates on this side, and again, you notice I didn't push in right off the bat. I had to basically linger right outside the cap zone to give myself an out if I had to get out of dodge kind of thing, which this is my get out of dodge moment, where I'm going to keep firing torpedoes in the cap, hopefully getting a lucky strike, and there our torpedo ship goes down as well. I'm sorry, our submarine. I call it a torpedo ship. That's all it is. It's a torpedo delivery system. The submarine goes down, and now we're the only ones left at Alpha. What is our plan of action right now? Well, if you look at the top of the screen, very top middle, our teams are kind of evenly balanced. We have a kind of a 3 to 4 ship loss, so we're okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what anybody would do in a real life scenario. I would run to my teammates and regroup and regather, reassess. So again, this is all about positioning as well. So again, let's talk about the Halland build again. Look at it. I have the Swift and Silent, which you see is the propeller symbol down there in the middle. Look, I get up to about 42 notch-ish with the engine boost. So very, very quick, very maneuverable ship to get out of here. So I'm going to go back and support my Kleber and see if I can help him out at Bravo, as well as provide AA support. So in the meta today, nowadays, I think the Halland is probably one of the best destroyers to pick because you got AA that you can maybe hopefully fend off. Again, I've always said AA is trash because for some reason RNG does not favor it. You can have a kind of a, Halland shoots out to the depth charges in the front, so you kind of may have a questionable submarine hunter. The guns are there. They're very quick, very agile for if you need to finish off a destroyer, which I'll show you what we do later. And also we have the torpedoes, which is its bread and butter. The speed, maneuverability is excellent. Also, you have heals. What I've always said, if you want to be a survivable gunboat and basically major I would say battles that have everything in it, you need heals. Daring, Small, and Halland. The Daring class style, the British style, the European style, and maybe the Russians, Khabarovsks, and Zorkis. Those all have heals. So I would encourage you to, if you want to survive the long onslaught of the battle, is to pick something for a destroyer with heals, because you're going to need them. Because watch this, we're shooting everything way out the midway. We get the DFA, we've got the priority sector, and boom, he still gets a shot through. And look how much damage that takes off us. We need those heals. You need the AA. My AA has been damaged now, 81% right there. I'm telling you, it just does. The AA is trash. I thought the AA would be able to shoot down at a midway, which is one of the first carriers out there. You would think a Halland would be able to take care of it. Now it doesn't. There's nothing more you can do other than spray and pray, press the circle button, and hopefully my priority sector just gets a lucky hit in that person. And I can't control the AA, but the other player can control the planes. So I don't know. That's not fair. That's my personal opinion. All right. I'm just sitting here enjoying a drink here, watching the battle unfold. And we are capping Bravo here. So again, look at that. Regrouping with our team. You don't have to sacrifice your ship if you don't need to. Run away, regroup, reassess. The game, most matches last about 18 to 20 minutes sometimes. So why not try to outlast and see where it goes from there? Because you think we may lose this, but actually we're actually looking pretty good right now. So let's see if we can regroup and go back down to the west and see if I can hold off the gearing attacking my, what is that, a Montana? And Montana and Kleber, I don't think Kleber is in the greatest position right now to attack that gearing. Gearing out spots with smoke. And I got my Swift and Silent execute again. We're going to drive right at that gearing and see if we can challenge the gearing head on. I'm not afraid of a gearing. Probably the gearing has been power crept so much that I'm not afraid of a gearing. And likewise, if I was in a gearing, I'd be terrified of everybody else, because I feel like it's been power crept. The guns just don't perform as I used to think they would. You outspot a lot of people. However, your HP pool, your damage output doesn't support. It just doesn't support what the meta is today. And yeah, so like I said, I think right now the way the game is playing is a gearing just not is the most powerful destroyer to select in a situation like this, especially with CVs, radar cruisers, even more powerful destroyers. It's a very difficult decision. But like I said, let's see if we can take on this gearing. I think he's kind of low health. So we look at where he's shooting at. We're going to fire some fast laser missiles into the smoke right there, and we'll do a spray and pray and hope we connect. I'm going to just linger right outside of the smoke and wait till he pops out of the smoke, and I hope that his HP pool is less than mine, because this is pretty much a one-on-one. Okay, so he's got 18. He's in the smoke, so if I fire, I don't think he can spot me because nobody's spotting for him. Actually, there is somebody spot for him. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Could be... Unless he's seeing inside of the smoke, I really don't know who's spotting for him, because my guns only go out to 10.5. Yeah, see, now I'm unspotted. Something else is spotting for him, so it must be... Oh, there's another destroyer there. That's why. It's a good thing to know how many destroyers are left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. So he's now firing from the secrety cover of smoke while his other buddy spots for him, which is a great tactic. Again, I got to counter this by running away. I have to kite, run away. But actually, the other guy, the gearing is actually still out of smoke. The Halland is spotting for him, so let's see here. Let's see if we can get a kick. Can we get it? Ooh, nice. Splash 2 RP back to 4. We get a nice blind fire kill. Gearing goes out. That's one destroyer down. There's only 2 left now. So, 1 left on our side. The other guy, I believe, the Shimikai's up to the north. So we only got 1 destroyer to deal with right here. So let's see if we can run away. I'm not going to fire back. I'm going to see if I can go hidden. So I make a decision to actually live and fight another day. So let's run. We go undetected. He has nothing to shoot at now. So let's see. We're going to repair, regroup, and let's see, where does this guy go? Now, a cool thing is we have buddies firing back at him. Do you see why I said don't push in? Be a lonesome destroyer, because why? You're pushing into such a ridiculous threat nowadays that a single destroyer by himself is just really, really difficult to survive in. And yep, and here I go. I start firing right back at him, and he's got 4 people shooting at him. And boom, he goes down. I believe I was actually 3. My bad. It was Kleber, me, and Montana shooting at him with a CV spotting, so that technically that is 4. But slash 3 RIP back to 40, and we get a nice compliment right there from our buddy. And we are going to go ahead and back and push Alpha Cap. Bravo Cap, I'm not going to play with, because that is a radar cruiser Stalingrad there, and I'm not going to deal with that. So let's just push back in and see if we can cap A. And we got Swift and Silent, so we're going up to 40-something knots again. And let's see, there's a Stalingrad. I am not going to mess with that. But while we're sailing here, and I'll probably clip the video just to not bore you guys to death, but this build is incredible. I mean, I only got 4 torpedo hits, but I'm going to show a couple other short videos I'll make, but there was a lot of death strikes with this build of the Halland, because, man, these 95-knot torpedoes with... I think when you get adrenaline rush kicking in, you get the reload boosters and everything, you can actually get this thing down to 60.5 seconds, something like that. Almost like literally 1-minute reloads, which is unheard of, which is pretty cool. Actually, there are other ships at tier 6, 7, and again, look at that. Ridiculous. The AA is trash, I'm telling you. You can't shoot anybody down, and they get a shot off in you anyways, and he gets more planes. I have no more heals. I don't like CVs. I used to like them. I don't think they're fair anymore. Let's see what else I was talking about. Yeah, the Halland, the way I was talking about is you get really fast reloads on the torpedoes. I think there are other tier 6 and 7 torpedo boats that actually reload even shorter than that, but they don't have the near capabilities of what the Halland is. A 15 kilometers with 95-knot torpedoes is redonkulous. So, look, we're going to go ahead and chase down the midway here, and I don't think there's a threat. There's no planes. We have this game pretty much won with only a minute left. There's nothing more the other team can do other than cap Bravo. Now, again, I have to take that with a grain of salt, because I have seen teams blow this, so we're not going to mess around. Let's see if we can sink this this carrier. Now, look, the guns, they're fast reload as it is, but do they really do that much damage against the carrier? Not really. Carriers are really overpowered, and yeah, me even shooting at it like this, starting fires, the armored deck Look, I'm getting non-pans on everything. It's really, and he's angling away. It's like he knows what he's doing. This is the counter tactic to this. Angle away with your armor deck and just make me work for it. And he's angled in a way that even if I fire torpedoes at him, they can catch up to him. But he's angled so that they only get maybe 1 or 2 connections, and they don't. Halland torpedoes, if you know, don't really hurt as much. They're very low damage, but you get enough of them into a target, they do pack a wallop. So let's recap with 30 seconds left in the game. 42,000 damage. We get 3 kills here. We shoot down 14 planes. Again, not even enough for the Swirsky to activate its perk. There's one torpedo hit there I was talking about. But he's angled away. He did perfect. That's how you counter the torpedoes. You just angle in, become a slim profile. But with Jersey Swirsky, if you get 15, I believe every 15 kills of an airplane, you get a boost in the AA. So hopefully, I wish that had happened with the way the meta is. A lot of carriers, only 5 torpedo hits. But this is a really awesome build. But like, subscribe, bell button below. We're going to talk about the build after the video, or after the game ends here. We're going to go into a little bit more depth as to why the build from one of our viewers actually worked really, really well. And we had a great game. I mean, 15,000 base XP, 2,000 free XP, pretty awesome. I'm sorry, not base XP, 15,000 XP. Base XP is 2,040 there with 3 kills, and we're top 2 in the game, and it does a really, really good job. And I mean, this is awesome. I've been playing a couple more games. I'll show you a couple more Halland dev strikes on this thing. And dude, 95 knot torpedoes are excellent and amazing. So let's take a look at the build right here. So this is a recommended build where you just focus on the reloads. The torpedo speed. You increase it by 5%, as well as you see right there, increasing right here. Let's see, where is it at? Let me highlight this for you. There it is. Increase the torpedoes by 5%, reducing capacitation. Engine propulsion, speed up, start if you need it. The concealment, great as always. Maximize it, and of course the reload, you get a minus 15%, but risk of incapacitation plus 50. But we're going to reduce that with either flags or a commander build, the best we can. And let's see here. Yeah, here's a torpedo build, captain with Jersey Swirsky. And every time we get a torpedo hit, I believe every certain amount of torpedoes increase, you get an excellent reload. So we increase the speed, increase the flooding chance, was also good. Also recommended a reload time, so you can get this thing down to almost minute reload speeds in swift and silent, because you want to go fast while you're undetected. Adrenaline rush was actually an optional thing from Jim, but actually I put it in there because why not? Let's see if I get shot at or carrier shoot me. It's an extra, I would say, reload boost. So that's why not, because I couldn't pick anything else. Superintendent to give me that extra heal. And obviously survivability to give me extra HP. And then as always, I always say take last stand, because if you lose your engine, mod, prods, whatever, steering, you have it. So that's my build on the screen. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps anybody. If you got any other questions, and definitely I recommend always be that community that helps out and supports everyone. I really enjoyed this, really the way this played out, and this is a really, really good example of the community actually wanting to help each other and have a blast. So until then, I hope you guys are doing well. Like, subscribe, bell below. Can't wait to do another video. Appreciate all the support. On our way to 1,300 subscribers, 2,000 ultimate go to give a premium giveaway. So hope you guys are doing well. Until then, next time, we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.